everyone, I welcome you all to today's class. It's me, Ankita Pokharel. In today's class, we'll read a story entitled Three Simple Rules, followed by a poem. Let's begin the class now.
So let's start reading the story. Three Simple Rules. Once there was a rich man in a village. His name was Shillong. Despite being rich, he still wanted more riches, more money. One day, he was walking in his garden. He saw a strange bird in a bush. It was very small, but it had very beautiful and colorful feathers. Its voice was also very sweet. Shillong had never seen such a bird in his life. He slowly went near the bush, unseen. He caught the bird. The bird spoke. "Why have you caught me?" "I want to make money. I can sell you for a big amount," replied Shillong. "But you are already rich. Why do you want more?" asked the bird. "Because I want to become richer and richer," replied Shillong. "But do not dream of making money through me," said the bird. It further added, "You cannot sell me. Nobody will buy me because in imprisonment I will lose my beauty and my sweet voice." The bird slowly turned into a black bird. The beautiful feathers now looked like the feathers of a crow. Shillong's hopes of making money were shattered. He said angrily, "I will kill you and I will eat your meat." "Eat me? I'm so small. You will not get enough meat to kill your hunger," replied the bird. Shillong could not answer. The bird then suggested, "Well, set me free. In return, I shall teach you three simple but useful rules." "What is the use of the rules?" "I want only money," said Shillong. He was irritated. "But these rules can profit you greatly," added the bird. "Profit me? Really? Then I shall set you free. But how can I trust you?" "You may fly away," said Shillong. "I give you my word, and I always keep my word," said the bird. Shillong wanted to take a chance. He released the bird. It flew up at once. Then it sat on the branch of a tree. Its color started changing. It became beautiful again. Shillong asked, "Now teach me the rules." "Certainly," said the bird. Then it added, "The first rule is never believe everything others say. The second rule is never be sad about something you do not have. The third rule is never throw away what you have in your hand." "You silly bird!" shouted Shillong. "These three rules are known to everyone. You have cheated me." But the bird said, "Shillong, just sit down for a while. Think about all your actions today. You had me in your hands, but you released me. You believed all that I said, and you are sad about not having me. The rules are simple, but you never followed them. Now, do you see the value of these rules?" Then the bird flew away and disappeared from his sight. So, this story is adapted from the fables of Thailand. Let's quickly understand the meaning of some words, and then I shall narrate you the story in short. Alright, the first word, strange. Let's mark it as word number 1. So number 1, the meaning of strange is unfamiliar or unusual. Next word, unseen. Let's mark it as number 2. So 2. What is the meaning of unseen? Yes, it's something that's not seen or not observed. Not seen or observed. So another word is imprisonment. So let's mark it as number 3. Number 3. The meaning of imprisonment is it's the state of being confined. Confined means being caught, and it's often related to being in prison or similar place. Let's go see another word, and the word is shattered. Let's mark it as number 4. The meaning of shattered is broken into pieces or destroyed completely. Moving on, we have another word, and the word is irritated. Let's mark it. The word number 5. So the meaning of word number 5 is irritated means being annoyed or angered. It's usually done through someone or something. Let's go find another word, and the word is released. Let's mark it as word number 6. So released means to set free or allowed to go. Word number 7, silly. 7. The meaning of word number 7, silly, is someone who shows a lack of good judgment or common sense. So the last word we have is disappeared. Let's mark it as word number 8. And the meaning for the word disappeared is to become invisible or away from one's sight. Sight means the ability to see. So we are done reading the story. We are done learning the keywords. Now let's head on to doing the summary step by step. Alright, so what happens in the first part of the story? Let's write it here. There's a man named Shillong. A wealthy man desires more riches despite already being wealthy. What happens next? He captures a small, beautiful bird in his garden with intentions. Intentions means with the thought of doing something. So with intentions of selling it for profit. What happens then? The bird starts talking. The bird questions Shillong's motives and warns him that it won't bring him more wealth. Next, Shillong is determined to profit and he insists on selling the bird. Shillong is determined to sell the little bird. He wasn't ready to let it go, right? What happens next? The bird changes its color and the appearance. It starts looking ugly. So next, the bird proposes to teach Shillong 3 simple but useful rules instead of being sold. So Shillong, he gets doubtful but agrees to set the bird free in exchange for the rules. He knew that even eating of the bird would not satisfy his hunger. So let's write it down. Shillong agrees to set bird free in exchange of the rules. What happened next? Once freed, the bird imparts the 3 rules to Shillong. The bird conveys, right? So next was, so once he heard the 3 rules, Shillong did not accept the rules. He knew that everyone knew that kind of rules, but he later realizes that he had been silly when reflecting on his own actions. So let's write it down. Now what happens? At the end of the story, the bird flies away. So that was the step-by-step summary of the story in short. Now let's write the moral. What does the story teach us? The story teaches the importance of wisdom over greed. it also conveys a message that it's important in appreciating what we have rather than striving for more constantly. We should strive for more, but we should always see if we are on the right path, right? Yes. Here we have some words and we need to make sentences on our own using these words. Let's start doing them. Riches. Riches means property. So let's write down a sentence including this word. Shillong was wealthy, but he wanted to have more riches. Feathers. I saw a bird with colorful feathers. Amount. The man sells houses for big amounts. Dream. I had a dream where I found myself at Disneyland. Believe. Ram said that he had to believe what his friend was saying. Follow. If you follow the instructions, you shall pass the exam. So kids, here we have another exercise, and please go back to the passage, the story, and write true or false. Do this as your assignment. Alright, let's try answering the given questions together. A. What was the main aim of Shillong? What was his aim behind catching the bird? Yes, the main aim was selling it for a big amount and getting rich. Let's write it down. The main aim of Shillong was selling the beautiful bird for a big amount. B. Why could Shillong not make money from the bird? Shillong could not make money from the bird because it would change its color to black when caught. What were the 3 simple rules the bird told Shillong? The 3 simple rules were: never believe everything others say, never be sad about something you do not have, and never throw away what you have in your hand. What type of person is Shillong? So what do you think? What type of person is he? Shillong is a greedy man who is not satisfied with what he has. What lesson did you learn from the story? So the lesson that we have learned from the story is to appreciate what we have and to choose wisdom over greed. Let's write that down. From the story, we learned that we should appreciate what we already have and we shouldn't be very greedy. So kids, here we have another section of our reading, and it's a poem by Robert Louis Stevenson. The poem is entitled Where Go the Boats? Let's read it down and then we'll head on with the summary. Dark brown is the river, golden is the sand. It flows along forever with trees on either hand. Green leaves a floating, castles of the foam, boats of mine a boating. Where will all come home? On goes the river and out past the mill, away down the valley, away down the hill, away down the river 100 miles or more. Other little children shall bring my boats ashore. Robert Louis Stevenson. So here we can see that the river is described as dark brown and the sand is described golden in color. The poem says that the river flows continuously with trees on both sides. It further explains that there are leaves also seen floating on the river, and the speaker's boats are seen floating on the river too. The poem further says that the river continues its journey passing by a mill. See here in this line? It also flows away down the valley and the hill. The river continues for a long distance. See here, it's mentioned away down the river 100 miles or more. That means a long distance, more than 100 miles, right? The speaker reflects that the other children will also find and bring their boats ashore. See here in this line. Alright, the poem reflects on the journey of life and uncertainty of where it will lead, using the metaphor of boats and river. The speaker uses metaphor of boat and river to explain about life that is uncertain. So here you have some words given and you'll have to find the rhyming words from the poem. So what is the rhyming word for the word band? Yes, it's hand. Drill? Is it mill? Yes. Fever. What's the rhyming word for the word fever? It's river. Dome? Yes, it's home. Bore? Ashore. Perfect. Here, it's been asked that we need to find the words from the poem which have the following meanings. A large old-fashioned building. Castle. A lightweight form of rubber, plastic, or wood used for traveling on water. It's a boat. A low area of land between hills or mountains. Valley. So kids, here are 4 questions given on the screen. This is your assignment for this reading part. Please go back to the poem, read it and find the answers on your own. How did your class go today? If you have any suggestions or feedback, feel free to reach out to us at learning@dearwalk.edu.np. See you in the next class with another lesson. Thank you.